what's going on?
Nothing other than Davide Ungaro just winning worlds.
Yeah, oregano fucking delivered for Italy.
Oregano. Okay.
Is that his name? Oregano, right?
No.
Oh, what is it?
Oregano.
Oregano. It's what it looks like.
It's Davide Ungaro.
All right. You say Ungaro, I say oregano, whatever.
Yeah, the Italian in you says oregano.
Yeah, exactly. That's how it should be.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, so we have late breaking, everyone joining us in. We have the post-race breakdown where we go through all the mains. No.
Well, we could talk. Did you watch any of them?
I just watched the last two.
Okay.
I watched the D, the E, the B, the C.
Okay. Did you see A1?
I did not see A1.
Did you see A2?
Yes.
Okay. That's pretty good.
Yeah. The move that Rivkin put on
Mikhail Orlowski.
Yeah, Orlowski was very good move. Like,
it was super clean. His car really rotated off that corner.
Well, I mean, and the thing is too is that Orlowski, when he made that double there, he was heading towards the pipe and had to correct and swing wide in order to make the corner. Kind of got a little wrong on that double, and it was just enough room for Rivkin to shoot it through there and made the real clean pass. And hats off to him. Good run there. Ended up probably second in the world because he had a 1-2. And then I don't know who third was going to end up being, but probably I would say Orlowski.
I would think so
because he has 2 2s.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, good. I can see the appeal of off-road racing that a lot of people have, in that, look, these dudes are the best of the best, and there's still bobbles and mistakes, and they hit jumps weird and all that, and allows people to catch up. Where like in on-road racing, you don't really see that, right? I mean,
the only time you see that is in some 12 scale mod races.
Yeah, but like for the most part, nah, you don't see mistakes like that. And it's kind of one of those things. It's like I could be running 5th and I got a chance. You know what I mean? And are you there? Uh-oh. Is the washer coming or what's up?
Yeah, you want to hear a dog throw up?
Oh, is that what's going on?
Yeah, it's always nice. Good.
Yeah. Do you need to go clean that up?
Amazing content. Well, why don't you vibe for a second?
All right. So I mean, the point being is that in off-road, it really seems like hey, I got a chance. I could be 4 seconds down from the leader, and a couple bobbles here and there. And, the fact that, you can send it a little harder than, say, an on-road car, because on-road car, you kind of have what you have. There's really no more, hey, I'm going to push a little bit more over this jump, or I'm going to, send it through this corner a little harder, or whatever. You kind of have what you have at the beginning of the race or through the middle or whatever. Your car is going to do what it's going to do. You're always kind of at that max performance. Where on off-road, it really seems like, you have a cruise mode. You can kind of just hang out and then, push when needed, and kind of like a push to pass kind of thing. And it was very evident in that A3 when, in the last few laps there, Rivkin just essentially just said, hey, I'm going to start sending it, and caught right back up to Oregano. And like, that's the appeal, that why off-road has the popularity versus on-road, because no matter what, you kind of always have a chance. And I think that says a lot for racing, because it's like, it's not some guy that's out there and he's like, well, I started 8th. I'm pretty much going to finish 8th. I don't have a chance of pulling up on anyone out here unless it's a total blowout. And so, yeah, because even like I said, the best guys, these are some of the best in the world, and they're still having mistakes and bobbles.
Yeah, but I think the interesting part, some of the qualifying was like interesting, shaky for some people. I was trying to watch A5 or A5. Or I'm sorry, not A5. Round 5 of qualifying when I got home today.
Yeah.
They went in inverse order. So the fastest heat got the worst track. So they ran 14, then 13, then 12, then 11, 10.
Why was the track better first run?
Well, once the track goes idle, in between the round, they also like the misters are down on it.
Yeah.
Whatever. Just it isn't hot. It's not getting active.
Okay.
And
So it
so
kind of like cools down. The water comes back up. The grip is a little higher.
or it's lower.
The
Everyone's
grip is
sliding.
low. So they
Yeah.
want the grip lower?
The grip is lower at the beginning.
Really?
Yeah.
And that allows them to go faster.
No, they go slower.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
You
guys
said,
were
you said that the first was the fastest.
the fastest heat.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they didn't go the fastest. It was just they ran the fastest heat first for Q5. So the guys who had the best times had to
Right.
run first
On the best track.
on the worst track.
Why is it worse at the beginning?
They were alternating it. So what they did was round 1, they ran 1 to 14.
Right.
Round 2, they ran 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14, 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Round 3, I think they started with 7, then they went 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They were just trying to like circulate it. So at no time was there like an unfair advantage given.
I get that. So when was the track the best? At the beginning of the run
Just
or
like in F1 qualifying.
at the
The
end?
last guy on the track.
Okay.
Now you have that edge though between, well, the track's really good, but do the people have the skill?
Great. Yeah.
So there wasn't people putting in, in race 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, putting in 16 or 17 lap runs. Not even close.
Right.
That was the best track they had all
Right.
week.
But yeah, that's when they needed to capitalize it.
Yeah.
The arts and
Yeah, I was really pulling for a few people out there. I was messaging some folks I've met through the last few years.
Okay.
Doing more of this off-road stuff. And
any well speed representation there?
No.
Okay.
It's a dirt race. There's nothing there.
Nothing.
But qualifier 1 and qualifier 2, both were Sun Padao drivers. So,
okay.
Little
good job. Hey, if you need Sun Pals, where should you go?
You go to Side Piece Racing.
Side Piece Racing?
Yeah.
All right. Get you some Sun Pals.
Yeah, and hopefully you'll get some that don't have 4 mil battery plugs. Although I'm pretty sure the winner had 4 mil battery plugs.
It doesn't matter.
Just to squash the hype. No, but no one wants to buy a battery with 4 mil battery plugs. Nobody in America.
Well, they make them that you can do conversion. Like they have the double thing. I mean,
yeah, but everyone's too good for 4 mil battery plugs. And I just want to tell you, 4 mil battery plugs just won worlds. So suck.
You're not too good. And you'll be just fine on 4 mils. You're not going to get any speed difference whatsoever. It's all in your head.
Yeah.
But and this is what we do. We break the myths, the truth. We provide the truth for the people. And
but it's all a mind game. This whole
thing. It is for sure. I mean, the only way
ESPN just saying Davide Oregano just won world championship.
It was. Shout out to Aaron Rodgers for last night. I mean, what a heartbreaker that was.
What he ran 4 plays.
4. Yes.
Each play, let's just do the math real fast. These are big numbers, so I gotta do it slow. Like, so was it 75 million?
Yeah, so about 22 million. Huh?
18.75 million. Let's let the IRS get some. All right, and he probably has good lawyers. That was $9 million a play.
Well, he's got a couple of houses, so I'm sure he's got some good deductions there because he's got like an 11 million house in Jersey. And he's got like a $20 million house in Malibu.
The $11 million house in Jersey is getting firebombed as we speak.
I don't know why. Dude, they love him. Did you see him run out with the American flag on 9/11 in New York?
I saw Jim Duggan.
Oh my God. I mean, like you wanted to cry. It was so beautiful.
Oh, I didn't. But okay. I did see it and I watched it live.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
I saw it all live. And
it
then
was, and I mean, god damn, like it's just like it's the most jet shit ever. Is that you get the guy? You know what I mean? You get the guy, the arguably one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL ever, or in right now, and you have him, and everything's lined up. You got the defensive rookie of the year, you got the offensive rookie of the year, you got the playmakers and Sauce and everybody, and then fucking 4 plays in. I mean, the Jets won the game, and it's really one of those situations that's like they might have won the battle, but they lost the war. You
I
know what
don't
I mean?
think the Jets won that game. The Bills lost that game.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, anytime you turn the ball over 4 times, you're gonna lose. But that's just statistical. That's how
For
it
a
is.
minute, I thought New York was about to give up on all the teams that play out the Meadowlands after the week they had, and claim Buffalo as their own. But
They're just gonna call it Staten Island South. Fucking
anyway, didn't happen that way.
anyway. But shout out to Aaron Rodgers. I hope you're doing well, buddy. And
I like how you go. You go from shouting out oregano to now Aaron Rodgers. Anyone else you want to shout out? Let's shout out a few more people. Well, I'd actually have to know who won some of these races. I'm going to shout out.
Mayfield won his C main.
Oh, that's good for him. I'm so proud.
Yeah. What car did he run an Associated?
I think so.
Yeah. From what they said online, they didn't tell what car it was, but they said as long as they sell it at A main, he can run it.
Okay.
Because he has no 10 scale sponsor.
What happened in the B main? I didn't see the B main. I was like watching stuff and then fast forwarding through.
B main Tater won.
Was on pole.
Tater
won?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's such a kick in the balls. He would have done so much better than Fend, who looked like a total failure out there.
Oh yeah, he broke out in A2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then poor Dustin Evans started third and biffs it over the double on the first lap in A3 and A2.
Right. He came back in A2. He ran third in A2.
And you know what? What's going to happen now?
Is Dustin Evans Losi or Associated?
He was Losi. He's back on AE.
Okay.
Dustin Evans was at my my local a temporary carpet race place this year, Hard. And I'm going to assume everyone who out-qualified him or beat him at that event would be like, oh, yeah, I would be at the Worlds and I'd qualify third.
I mean, you got to give it to Dustin Evans. He doesn't seem – I mean, I think
old. He's young old. That's what he is. The dude's like 50. He's doing work out there.
Is he really 50?
He's old. He's at least like our age, if not older.
He's not 50. All
right. Well, someone will tell us in the chat.
But Dustin Evans, who kind of seems like he's I want to say more of a gentleman racer.
Oh, God.
I mean, he doesn't really go to I don't think he really goes to a lot of events, does he? He kind of just does the work at his home track there in Colorado.
Let's see if I can.
I mean, am I not wrong in that?
I don't know where he lives actually.
Colorado. He's there. He and Art are hanging out together.
Oh,
Art, he pats Art on the head, tells him how good he's doing, things like that.
Right. So in 2015, Dustin Evans was 30. So okay, he's not 50. Sorry, Dustin. So let's do the math. Carry the 1. He's 38.
Okay.
Pretty fast for 38.
I mean, how old's Cav? Cav's got to be the same age.
He wasn't in the A main, was he?
No, Cav was in the C2, I think, or B. Was he in the B?
The reality is, if you were in the A or the C, I think all that really was hey, I didn't have 3 mistakes.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I mean, and it's Cav is running S-Works. So, I mean, that's there's 2 tenths right there probably.
No. He's running Schumacher.
Oh, he's on Schumacher. I thought he was S-Works.
That car only qualified second. That's all.
Okay. Well, then never mind. I thought he was on S-Works stuff.
No.
Okay.
In general, I really enjoyed watching qualifying yesterday. I thought it was really interesting. It was great to see some of the ex stock racers or current real stock racers kind of throwing it out there with those
Brendan
sort of,
Schimmel, he's a big stock guy, isn't he?
yeah, with those
Yeah, he was in the
monster
B.
cars.
He was
Yeah.
in the B. He was running with Tater for a minute, and they had a mistake.
Yep. And
And
so, like the B main, Tater, he's now a Phantom slash TLR driver.
where's he from?
Tater? I don't know. Good
Okay.
question. Don't know.
I mean, with a name like that, you would think he's from like Georgia or something.
Yeah, I think he's East Coast. And then you have Tessman, a world champion.
Yep.
You have Tom Rennernick, who is R1 Tom or Tom R1 out of California. Cav, Schimmel, Jorn Newman, Davey Bata. Bata is another one of these young kids who he gave up stock racing a little bit before Schimmel kind of did.
Okay.
A season before. Then you have Lee Setzer.
Lee is a Tampa guy.
Okay.
He's Florida proud there.
Yeah. And then Max Goltzoll from somewhere in Europe land.
Okay.
But, as I think a lot of us expected, a lot of Americans in the main. I don't think anyone expected Ungaro to wax it up like he did in qualifying. Orlowski, I think he broke out in Q2, like he broke a servo saver or something stupid.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
And and then in that final round, Cole Tollard, he TQ'd round 5, and that's what helped him move from 9th overall to 4th. Right. So it just took one really great run.
Oh, for sure.
There.
Also if you look at the points too, it was I think 8 points got you second.
Yeah.
So
but it's 3 scores.
Right.
So yeah. And then in the C, Mayfield, no one's going to call him washed up. You had Chase Lemieux, who I bet wanted a little bit more.
He ran a good race. He had a couple little bobbles there at the end, but he was on Mayfield. I mean, he had a hot lap for the main, and a better pace, I think, overall than Mayfield. So Chase doing some work. I really disappointed in the announcers who's like, well, he's an on-road guy. I'm like, motherfucker, he ain't an on-road guy. Nope. He's an off-road guy. I mean, he's at trackside. Huh?
Yeah. His dad's an on-road guy.
Yeah.
I would say I don't know who these 2 announcers are, and maybe what I'm about to say is going to sound even more pathetic based upon what I'm about to say. But those guys, they were dated. I don't think they really knew a lot of what was going on. I don't think
they're not up to speed.
No, didn't feel like it.
Okay.
I didn't think they knew that Bruno was I don't know, the reigning 4-wheel drive champion. I don't know.
Yeah.
They were talking about him in round 1. They were like, oh yeah, this guy Bruno, he has an orange body. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, it was kind of I do get the sense they weren't very worldly in the world of RC. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that we are the most worldly people either, but I think we could have done a little bit better than them. And I think we are a little bit more worldly than they are. I mean, I'm going on record as that right now. Fuck yeah. And so, my show, I can say what the fuck I want. Anyway, so yeah. But yeah, I really, the fact that they're like, Chase Lemieux, I think he's an on-road guy. I'm like, how? Where he's from Milwaukee. There's no on-road in Milwaukee. There's trackside. Everybody knows this. Trackside's the place. Jamie Tennes, fucking taking it over from Scotty and just running that place. Jamie Tennes, a long time oval racer.
Yeah. I used to like hanging out with Jamie and messing with him at IIC. He used to be part of the crew.
Oh yeah,
that race going, and then got more involved with trackside, and then you never saw him anymore. So
I mean, trackside is his life now, right? But trackside, hell, that place has been there for damn near 20 years.
Yeah,
and so to keep a racing facility going in essentially right down the street from Harley Davidson. In a very, urban, industrial area of Milwaukee. I mean, he's doing a great job. I mean, so hat off to Jamie. Wish I could see it more often, but I get it, and but yeah, that's where Chase. I mean, the fact that these guys don't know that was just a little disappointing. And
Yeah.
it's like they didn't do any research on anybody. Now, look, I would have had some hard time with like maybe some of the Australians that were in the E-main. Like, yeah, I don't really know who the Australians were,
In the
but like,
E-main, though.
but yeah, they were the E-main. Australia was in the E-main. They represented hard. I think they had like 6 spots in the E-main. Like, I'm gonna fly 15 hours and I'm gonna fucking race you. Like,
yeah, well, some of the people I was watching was Sammy Moran, and Sammy ended up qualifying D1.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how his race went. I didn't see it yet. I was also looking at Ryan Rivas.
Yeah, he's out. He mentioned he was running pretty well in his main. I don't know where he ended up. He don't think he won.
He started E10. And
yeah, they didn't know where he was from either. Like, oh, he's NorCal. I'm like,
he's from Portland. Yeah. Actually, he's from like the town that is just above Oregon in Washington, which I believe is referred to as Vancouver, Washington.
Okay.
Anyway, it's okay. I don't know, all these people either, but there are a few people I do know.
But I think if you're going to do announcing for a Worlds event, you might do a little research.
Well, and the funny part is the guy who is behind the scenes there, who is Mod of Mod Media, Matt Olson, who's been involved in like drive shafts at MIP, and I think he's doing a lot of work there. He probably knows all of this, but I think he was too busy just trying to keep it all running.
Okay.
And so that's why he needed people to just be on the mic and be talking heads.
Well, it sounds like he needs tech advisors or tech people that need to be on the mic.
Well, it's hard. Tech people are hard, dude. But yeah. Dude,
I'm sure you could get a fucking kids from a couple of AV club in town, and they probably would have done a better job or just as good a job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, come on. Nowadays with the kids out there.
Yeah, and the funny part to me was at the end when they're handing off the trophy to Ungaro, front and center was everyone's least favorite person.
Oh yeah, who's that?
Here, I'll share the link, or we'll share the tab.
Okay.
Not playing anyone else's content, although I wanted to.
Why can't you? We can play their content.
Well, we could, but
it's YouTube. Right. It's public domain at this point.
Here we go. There's everyone's favorite guy right there.
Oh yes, yes.
Let's just not even mention his name. And then you see, I think that's Rona there on the left. Is that?
Yeah. Wait, well, he's a J Concepts guy, isn't he?
No, he's a Matrix guy.
Oh.
Yeah. So just paging back, Bruno giving him a hug. Big hugs there. Lots of hugs, lots of man love. The crazy part was he got through the last lap. He made it across the stripe, and Spencer didn't.
Yeah, so by 0.132 or something like that. It was tight.
Yeah.
So yeah. So far, I mean, I think from all accounts, other than the tire debacle at the beginning, I think things have gone well. For the Worlds, even with the current president of IFMAR there. I know there was some mean mugging we saw earlier from our Roar president. It was kind of funny. But other than the tire thing, I think everything seemed to be shook out pretty well. Everybody was limited to 5 sets versus unlimited. And
I thought that might have been gotten ratcheted down to 4.
Oh, it could have?
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, I don't know how they didn't have enough tires. That seems mind blowing to me. How you can have a world event and not have enough tires. I mean, I would just be like, all right, I have 150 people. Each person's going to buy fucking, let's say 15 sets, 3,000 sets of tires. I mean, duh. Like, how do you not just do that math?
I don't know. Hey, not everyone needs to buy 15 sets of tires.
No, I'm not saying they need to, but you want to have them there because, look, that's sales for you.
Yeah, I think it is an interesting equation because we're about to attend another IFMAR World Championship in
Yep.
Florida,
Yep.
and coming up in December. And thankfully, foam tires are a little cheaper than off-road tires.
Mm-hmm.
But and I assume we'll have 12 sets of tires for the event.
Right.
And the funny thing is, I was in Tennessee the past few days, and I went through myself 20 sets of tires, just practicing.
That's good. You did some work, kid.
It's crazy though. So 20 sets of tires is like cha-ching. And but like the reality is, every time and especially with the magenta pink combo, when that second run on those tires, unless your car sucks, it's never going to be faster, because the car just sort of locks in and slows down at the end of the run.
You wash them.
What's that?
You gotta wash them.
Okay. I don't know anything about that. That sounds like an oval thing.
So
don't share all your secrets, bro.
Okay.
There's
an old head on the chat right now that's gonna know exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay.
All right.
I've seen people with like these PVC pipe situations.
No, that's a gimmick.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a gimmick.
In the past, I have won a race. I have won a race once or twice, not often, not recently either. Yeah. But I did it on 3-run spec tires, and the only way I did it was by motor spraying the shit out of them,
mm-hmm.
and then like beating them into a rag,
mm-hmm.
And then letting them dry.
Why were you running 3-run spec tires?
I think we were limited on the sets of tires.
Yeah.
And this was in 2018. So it was the 2018 Halloween Classic. And I had the prototype Roche car with the bell crank on it.
Okay.
And this is before the Evo came out, but we had like just another chassis plate and some stuff. And I was terrible at glue jobs back then. And I had the help of Phil Trotta helping like nurse my tires through the event. And I don't know, I was just on 3rd-run tires for the main. That's all I could tell you.
Okay.
And I don't think Q4 was faster that morning, and I was on reruns, and I went on reruns again for the main. So
all right.
Something like that.
So, yeah, I mean, I think there's obviously, I feel that you can probably help give some life out of them. It might be a situation where you might burn through one set a day, but maybe the next day you can then run those sets again. Mm-hmm. And it will give you a fairly similar. I mean, it's never going to be the same, especially with the pink foam. You're going to close up the pores. They're going to get loaded up, and you'll need to, undo that in order to get the most out of the tire again. But no, it won't be the same as a freshie. Obviously, it has a dope cycle through it. It has 8 minutes or whatever you have through it. But yeah, there's a way to revive them and bring them back a little bit. And I think it will give you that feeling of what you want to see in the first few minutes. They'll probably load up a little bit faster. But you should be okay. I mean, it'd be enough for practice or whatever you need to do. Get some runs in and maybe ease up on the tire bill a little bit. Yeah.
The interesting.
How was the wear there in Tennessee? Were you wearing a lot, or
This is all a need to know basis.
Okay, and right now people don't need to know. Mm-hmm. All right, fair enough.
What I will say.
Fuck off, everyone.
What's that?
Fuck off, everyone.
Yeah. I just spent 20 sets of tires. You can do that too. Anyway, what I will say is that this is serious, all right? I will say, based upon what I was feeling, all right, I did try some experiments, like setup changes.
Yeah.
And when I did them on reruns, you'd feel something, and then you'd be like, well, is that really what's going to happen? And blah, blah, blah. So then you were like, well, it wasn't bad. Maybe it was a tick slower. Let's try the reruns. Let's try freshies instead of reruns. And for the most time, my instinct was right. It's just that if it felt better, it probably was better. It didn't matter what the lap time was, but you had to recognize, was the car stalling? Was the motor loading in a certain odd way? Like, was it just not, free in the corner, etc. And there was a lot of bad setups done this weekend.
By you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then I started with
your stuff looked good.
Oh, yeah. No. But 20 sets of tires later, yes, it's good. All right.
Okay. It took you a while to get there, huh?
Up and down, left and right. But this base setup that Max Meschler had put out from his pre-Worlds experience. Anyone who has an 812, put that on and you got to run magenta pink. Put that on your car.
Okay.
You'd be stupid not to.
Right.
Okay. That setup, it's not a magenta green setup. I'm sorry, it's not a blue green setup.
Right.
Nope.
Okay.
And so I think it's a little different. And like the direction I then went with the setup, even more different. But all the little pieces, parts that are listed on that sheet, pretty darn good.
Right. That's good.
Yeah.
I mean, my cars are currently being prepped.
With that. Yeah?
Yeah. So.
All right. Yeah. And so the car that I re-prepped for this race was the car I ran at Carpet Nats,
right.
All through qualifying.
Okay.
And then it's the car that seated me B1 in the main, which is terrible. And I was looking at like my times comparatively between Carpet Nats and who was fastest and where I was. And I was about 2 laps off at Carpet Nats. And although Camp Anderson thought I would be, again, 2 laps off. Thanks again, Camp. I proved not be.
The positive reinforcement program.
Yeah.
Negative reinforcement program.
It's nice when people light you up a little bit,
Yeah.
They're like, oh, yeah, you'll be 2 laps off again. All right, that's motivation. And so I wasn't 2 laps off, but I am going to go look at the time just to, because it lights a fire in your ass. So I had qualified 11th with a 51.801.5, getting just beat by Billy Spence, who had a 801.395, and we did it in the same heat. So that's always, nice.
Yeah.
And Trendell had a 53.806. EA had a 52.803. All right. So I'm going to use EA as my point of comparison because that's who was there, and he TQ'd this past weekend. So in this scenario, let's do the math. So 52.803. Okay. And I had an 801. So how many seconds behind EA am I? About less than a lap.
Yeah.
All right. Well, at Apex, just home of the USVTA Nationals, not the USVTA Southern Nationals or any of these other things that make Myron mad when I say them.
Why can't you call them the Southern Nationals?
He didn't like it. So EA qualified here with
that man didn't like it? Oh, man.
I didn't like it. So EA qualified here with a 50.808, and I qualified with a 49.805. And you might be like, well, FJ, that's about the same difference.
Yeah.
And you know what? You might be right. But the difference for me was I was on pinks and magenta, and I had an IFMAR legal motor.
Ooh.
So
travesty?
No. There was no real rules this weekend. We had no motor tech unless you were a VTA or a USGT or
whatever
one racer, a championship class racer. Those guys had motor tech. I didn't have motor tech. It's fine.
So EA was running some other tires, and a
Yeah.
non-approved motor?
No, he ran a Roar. I think it was a Roar approved motor. I don't know, but it's not an
No,
IFMAR.
all I'm saying is it wasn't an IFMAR motor.
Yeah.
Correct.
And he did run one round where he put magenta pink on.
And how fast did you go with that?
I don't, let's see. I think he did that round 4. And he only did a 49.8 flat.
So 5 seconds off, and the motor's still the motor's still suspect.
Not suspect. It's Roar legal, I assume.
Yeah, but I mean, like, are you saying that your IFMAR motor was as good as a Roar legal motor?
No.
Right.
No.
Yeah. So like, I think there's your 5 seconds right there, probably in motor.
I think that and probably other things. He might drive a little better.
Oh yeah.
He had
I'm just saying.
I'm assuming at some time. My sticks were from my newest one was from Snowbirds.
Okay. Good. Nice and IR'd up.
Yeah, but in the grand scheme of things, they had lots of runtime, and so it was good.
Well, good.
Yeah. Anyway, so all in all, not too bad. And
how was the traction? Good.
I thought it was great.
Okay.
I thought it was great for foam cars.
Okay.
The guys running rubber tires, they were less happy.
So sliding around like.
Yeah. And so if you combine that also with, say, a hard USGT tire, they were even less happy.
So the grip was low with the rubber tires. I wonder if this is the newest batch of carpet that CRC has come out with. So it's the latest and greatest.
I just call it the World's Edition.
The World's Edition. Okay. And so we can assume that this will also be the IIC, or not the IIC, but the Indoor Champs Edition and Snowbirds Edition, perhaps.
Maybe. I don't know. Who knows what Frank's going to ship?
Right.
But apparently, like from a serial number perspective, these were in the same grouping.
Lot batch.
Yeah, with the stuff that was pulled already for Worlds.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, and so I think the harder the tires, the more challenging it was. Apparently, GT12 rubber, no bueno.
There.
Yeah, apparently.
Okay.
So, I don't know. I didn't pay much attention to a lot of the stuff.
You only ran 12 scale, is that correct?
I did. I did drive a few other cars, just like pretending to help or trying to help. And so
that's probably the reason why you went through 20 sets of tires, is that you were just on 12 scale only.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's a big thing then too.
Yeah, and we had we had it set up, and it wasn't so frequent that we were running like little blocks of time just for 12 scale, but we would try to grab something on the days leading up to the race, like an hour, or like here's a 5-minute window, here's a 5-minute window every hour or two. But like after a while, I was just like, you know what, F it, I'm running now. And so I'd be out there dicing it up with everything else, blah blah blah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, I don't care. And I ran my same body from Carpet Nats.
Okay.
All the way until I think Q3.
So it was looking real good.
It was actually pretty good, but in Q3, I hit a lot of stuff.
Oh, okay.
And I made some sort of setup change for Q3.
Was it the way to go?
It wasn't good. Let's just put it that way. It wasn't good.
Okay.
And yeah, so I gave up on whatever that was, and started with a new body for Q4 the next day. And
Q4 your best run?
What's that?
Q4 your best run?
No, it wasn't my best run. The funny part was the new body had a lot more steering in it.
I can only imagine why. It's probably off by about 10 millimeters compared to the other one.
No. I don't think that's it. It's just more. One is like square, and the other one's like bent up. banged out a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, but it's all right. You get a lot of value out of these Montec M20 bodies. I'm telling you, they last forever, or they last for no minutes whatsoever. I had another body. I tried an MT21,
Oh yeah.
and it lasted 2 battery packs. I think me and like a VTA got together or something happened,
Never good.
and it's all over. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Never good. VTAs are destroyers of bodies.
Yeah.
Because their body is as thick as a 2x4,
Yeah.
and they weigh as much as 22 by 4s. So yeah,
Yeah, it
never
wasn't.
good.
But yeah, all in all, hey, a race weekend at EA's is something people who are really close to there, or at least within driving distance, should be thankful they can go. Super nice place.
Did you see the Donut Wizard?
No, I didn't go there. I was on a slightly different program this time.
Oh yeah,
No Donut Wizard, and I was basically working Thursday and Friday, so it was me showing up around like 2 o'clock or so in the afternoon those days, and still slamming in all those packs.
Well, I mean, they probably stay open at midnight.
On Friday, it was less late, and then Thursday was kind of late. Yeah, we got thrown out of there on Thursday. I'll admit that.
Yeah. I mean, the folks there like to run, and it's kind of one of those things that you keep your track open, someone's going to be sticking around running.
Hell yeah. Yeah. But like the reality was, because Myron does this 1 minute of qualifying for VTA, and I signed up for VTA, but I didn't get a car ready. It's in the box over here.
Did you even bring it?
Oh no, the box never got opened.
Oh, okay.
We ran out of time. It wasn't possible.
Is that a carbon car?
No. It's an alloy car. But anyway,
we might need to talk.
Okay, but neither here nor there. The box stayed in the corner.
Yeah.
So these guys were off doing their, like 1 minute qualifier thing, which Manny Flores destroyed everyone. He did in 1 minute. He did 5 laps and 1 second, or so he almost had 6 laps.
Who's this?
Manny Flores, the king of USVTA.
Okay. So they had like a US. They had some different. They didn't call the things that I think they would call things, and that kind of threw me off.
Well, they called it Pro Trans Am.
Okay.
And then they call it Pro Grand Touring, which is USGT.
Oh, okay.
And then they call it Formula One.
All right. Well, I got that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't know what Pro US whatever. Pro Grand Touring. Why are they making it weird?
I don't know. They just did.
Is this some Tennessee weirdness?
No, this is what they do every year at this race.
Oh, okay.
So, but all in all, the only thing that could keep Manny Flores from sweeping all 3 classes was one individual.
Oh,
Kemp Anderson.
Yeah.
And so Kemp, he had borrowed a car.
Who's that? Whose car?
Arvin Nano.
Oh, wow.
Of Maryland.
Right.
And actually, he's from Virginia, but he races up at 180.
Yeah.
Shout out to him. And the reality was, Arvin, he gave him a front wheel drive car with a carbon chassis.
Nice.
And this kid, or actually this man, this young buck, all right, he went on to TQ and maybe drive some people aggressively on the start, because his biggest fear was, how do you get off the line when you're the TQ holder? Because 4 usually start better than 2.
Right.
So his most dangerous scenario was the first lap.
Got it.
And I didn't see the start of A1. I did see the start of A2. He pretty much drove Michael Skeen right into the wall. No one called anything. They were side by side. But yes, Skeen was like on the inside of him, and it didn't go well. Yeah. But anyway, good time was had by all, I think. And the crazy part about Kemp's front wheel drive was he allegedly was running like 3 to 4 more teeth of gear than everybody else. So the car's lighter and he has more RPM in it from gearing. So down the straightaway, he would leg everybody.
Oh, really?
Straightaway through the sweeper. And then they would kind of catch him in the infield. And then he just blast past people down the straightaway. So, yeah.
Well, why didn't those guys put more gear on? They just couldn't?
If you did it, you would just kill your motor.
Oh.
Because the cars are heavier.
You're right.
They have more like drive train
Yeah.
and shit like that.
Huh.
So, yeah. Anyway, but it was fun to watch. And, honestly, Manny got lucky in F1. John Barron qualified first. Manny was second. And John Barron just biffed it during the run. And Manny got by. And it was actually, it happened on lap 10 or 11. And he held on for the win. I didn't see the race. I was busy like leaving. But yeah,
Did you have a flight out that night? So you were.
Oh yeah, my flight was at 5:30.
Oh, okay.
I can never get a good. Doesn't matter which coast I'm on. I have never, like, I think I've been to one trophy presentation at Apex, and I've been there 6 times, maybe not 6 times, but like
you never get a good flight out, huh?
Yeah, never can get a flight.
Not like Cleveland for me. Every time I went to Cleveland, it was just never a good flight. Like I always had to leave Monday because it was just nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Like all flights to Florida and Cleveland stopped at like 2.
Yeah, it's not a good look. So, anyway, but in general, like, great time, super great place, beautiful track. They have an oval setup. It's calling your name, Mangler.
Nope.
The back track's an oval.
Nope.
No?
I'm good. Pass.
Sure?
Pass.
Speaking of oval, Jared Barton was there.
Yeah.
He was trying to coerce me into running mod oval at Snowbirds. What do you think about that?
I think that'd be a dumb idea.
I agree. I told him that. And he was like, but the Mangler did it. I'm like, yes. And the Mangler is also one oval, mod oval at Snowbirds before. And he knows what the car needs to do. So, anyway.
That's funny.
I think he just wants he thinks I'm like the human excitement reel.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you are. You're pretty excitable.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So, yeah. How usually the food, they throw down a pretty good spread for this race?
The barbecue was, it had multiple sponsors. I don't remember who they were.
Okay.
One of them might have been One Up, but there's multiple companies behind the barbecue.
Okay.
And everyone there got their first helping of brisket off of one tray, which I thought was pretty impressive. And then there was, an additional tray brought out, and then, everyone else could have at it. But, there was a few people that weren't in attendance, so there was a lot of brisket to be passed around.
Nice. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, it just means I think I caught somebody like on their 4th plate of brisket before people had one at Carpet Nats. That's all.
Are you talking about me?
Nope.
Oh.
Other people. They're at Carpet Nats too. Anyway.
You mean the haircut?
What's that?
The haircut?
I don't know. Who's the haircut? Oh, no, not that kid. No. Anyway. Haircut's funny. Anyway, so moving on.
You paid money for that?
What's that?
You paid money for that?
Yeah. Moving on. What else this weekend? We learned that a lot of people are fast, and we saw some hard driving out there. All right, a lot of hard driving.
Yeah,
and there was only a single main of a lot of the races, and in 21.5 touring car, the result sheet gives you the rundown. Here, I'll give you the top 5. EA, TQ win, Skeen, second, finishes second. Livermore qualified fourth, finishes third. Sider qualified fifth, finishes fourth. And Dave Johnson qualified third, finishes fifth. The actual finishing order, the podium finishing order, was Eric Anderson, Michael Skeen, and then Mark Livermore. I'm sorry, then Bill Sider.
Okay.
So there was a point in the time when there was a freight train going on. To use an F1 term for you, there was a DRS train behind Bill Sider.
Okay.
And he just got driven through. And Sider, in his most Sider way, was hurt about it.
Yeah.
But I think it was really Livermore who owned up to, hey, I drove through him. I should give back the place.
Okay.
And it wasn't the right thing to do. So I thought that was really stand up of him. And so, yeah, that's what happened. Dave Johnson had a hell of a run going. He got caught up in Michael Skeen's little bit of an accident in the chicane.
Yeah.
That, sort of restacked the cards a little bit. And that's what initially elevated Sider into second. And then until that chicane thing happened. And then,
the DRS freight train came rolling through.
Livermore was then second. And then Skeen the next lap later took Livermore, or he tapped out. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But it was, a lot of good tight racing.
Good.
EA probably hung like 2, 3, maybe 4 seconds on the field.
Right.
In qualifying, second to fifth were all on the same second.
Oh, wow.
So it was really tight. And
would have been a good race if EA wasn't there.
Yeah. So Skeen was on a flat with a 2, Dave Johnson a flat with a 7, Livermore a flat with a 7, Sider a flat with a 9. So under half a second covering 4 dudes.
Yeah, that's some tight racing right there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just like, oh, I missed this corner up really barely.
Yeah. That's like, hey, I tapped something.
Yeah, or whatever.
Mind you, they all probably tapped a few things, but half a second is like one kind of nice big, So
I missed the corner, just by a little bit.
Like 7 times, and then that's half a second. So
good.
Anyway, interesting, nonetheless. And,
in the crowd, good crowd.
Oh yeah, nice turnout. A lot of dudes. 180 plus entries.
Oh, nice.
90 plus dudes.
Okay.
And you know what? It wasn't just guys. There was at least 2 women racing, which was really nice to see.
Yeah, I know he has a couple local women there that race.
Yeah, it's great.
It's good.
Good to see. Anyway, so that was Apex. I had fun. Manny Flores came back from adversity of A1 in VTA.
They ran triples, huh?
Yeah, they ran triples for that class.
All right.
And they also ran triples for USGT.
Okay.
And all in all, I think it was fun, exciting. I don't know. What do you got for us, Mangler?
Well, I kicked off my Gentleman Racer weekend.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So I had a couple weeks ago, I talked to Nick Bell Racing. And, he loves you, by the way. He was like, thank you for sending FJ my way.
I am pretty awesome. I agree.
Yeah. And I'm like, I go, he's kind of like fucking Rodney Dangerfield in Caddyshack. And he's like, I want a dozen of those. I want 2 dozen of those. I want a box of naked lady tees. You just fucking walk in and like, I want, you're just pointing that shit and wanting it. And I'm like.
It does happen. Apparently, I have a Burt Reynolds-esque laugh. Apparently.
That too. I've heard that. I don't think so. I'm a big.
We might have to dial it up here in a minute, but
So anyway, so I talked to Nick and I'm like, hey Nick, I'm kicking off my Gentleman Racing, and I need a 21.5 motor. What do you got? And he's like, hey, I got some stuff here. And he went through it and built me up a nice little rocket. And I'm like, all right, sweet. And I'm like, he's like, and he sent it out. I wasn't even expecting, like I told him, you have till October 15th to get me this motor. Like, take your time, find me a good one, right? And he's like, I don't have to wait. It's right here. This is what you want. I'm like, all right, cool. And so it took about a week or whatever. So he sent it up to me, and I didn't think I was going to get it in time. And next thing I know, I got delivery. I'm like, oh shit. And it's Saturday. And I'm like, I could actually go race this on Sunday. Ooh. I could go over to Flagler. I know they're going to have a 21.5 class. Yeah. Gentleman racer, parking lot.
Yeah.
Why not? Right?
Yeah. There you go.
Like it's the perfect scenario to kick off my gentleman racer,
and
lifestyle.
I have to say, when I saw Dave Johnson at the event, him and Kelso showed up. They'd never been there before, and apparently Bill's unsubscribing from Gentleman Racer. He's not a fan. Anyway, so when I saw them there, he was like, hey, is this a Gentleman Racer? He tried shaking my hand with that. I was like, no, I am not a Gentleman Racer. And we had a few other chuckles out there. But yeah, just to get back to your Gentleman Racer story, there you go.
All right. So I'm glad it's making its rounds, and people are adopting this philosophy. And anyway, so I packed up, I got my shit ready, got the motor in the car. Yeah. I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be good. I mean, basically took the car that I ran at Seattle in 17.5, just slapped 21.5 it. Realized I didn't quite have the spur gears I needed.
You needed an 88. You didn't know that, huh?
No, I did not. But I figured it out. Huh? And I worked on it, and then I went to bed, and I woke up at 5 a.m. so I could go over to Flagler, and I'm like, fuck this. I'm like, I hear Heroes is also racing.
Well, and here's the thing. I don't know if a Gentleman Racer wakes up at 5.
Good point.
Hey.
No. You got the peanut gallery back there. Right? Yeah. Gentleman Racers, they like to wake up at like 7, get breakfast. They roll in basically, I don't know, 20 minutes before the start of qualifying. If they even made round 1.
That's a lazy Gentleman Racer, I think. I am not thy.
That's what I was doing for the last 3 races at SeaTac.
So you get it. Yeah, but the one hell you flew in that day.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. But I still maybe not so lazy that day. You land at 10:40, you're at the track by 1:30. Or maybe 12:30. But yeah.
So in any case, I got up at 5 or whatever, and I'm like, I just don't feel like driving all the way over across the state. I'm just gonna sit this one out. And I'm like, hey, Heroes is racing. It's only a 25, 30-minute drive from me. They have made the track longer now. I heard that the new prep team that they have there, or the new the prep team, I guess, the track prep team, they have a new formula. It's supposed to be really good. I'm like, all right, I'm going to go ahead. I'm like, screw it. I'm just going to head over. So, I slept for another 2.5 hours roughly till about 7:30. And then I got up, got ready, left the door around 8, got there around 8:30. Track was still drying a little bit. So, set up my pit. And at this time, I still had the 21.5 motor in, and they weren't going to run 21.5. They were going to run 17.5. So I had to take my motor back out, put the other one back in. Just chilling, hanging out.
If you're going to say you hung it on him with a 21.5.
No, I mean, I wanted to run it, but like, look, hey, you're going to, if you're there, you're going to be a bear, be a grizzly, and just run what they're going to have. So anyway, I don't know why I said that. Doesn't make any sense, but whatever. We're going to.
It sounds like you've been wrestling with some cubs. That's all.
So in any case, just kind of rolled up and waited for the track to dry. Got slapped some tires on it. Went out there and ran, and car was fairly decent. It wasn't, it wasn't the greatest. It pushed a little on entry, but so I made a couple little changes and go back to the pits and swap out tires or whatever and just try some different things. And I realized I was on the wrong sauce program, but at this point, as a gentleman racer, I'm like, I don't really care. I'm just going to keep running this anyway. I don't really want to feel like messing with this or experimenting too much, and just made a couple small setup changes to the B gaps, and that was about it. Took about 175 out of the top inner link, and to get it on the nose a little more. Track's a little tight. Like I said, I need a little bit more turn in. You keep it on the nose, and that was kind of about it. Was able to pull off the TQ and the win. So
and the win.
Yeah.
So what, maybe just to maybe clue in the other possible gentleman racers out there, what sauce were you running?
So I was on yellow.
Mighty Gripper V3 yellow, yes.
Yeah, and I think that I probably should have ran black.
That's not that big of a difference.
Yeah, but so the problem was like I'd run, and about 8 laps in, my front end would actually start working, even after like 3 warm-up laps. So 11 laps, 12 laps, that's when the front end actually would start driving into the track. And
was it hot out?
Oh, it was really hot. There was no wind. Oh my God, it was 0 wind. The track was about 150 degrees.
150 degrees.
Yeah. And there was 0 wind, and it just didn't. It took like I said, 12 laps or so. The front end would just kind of slide, and all of a sudden, it would start coming in, and I would get 3/10, 4/10 faster. In my first qualifier, my fastest lap was the last lap.
That means you failed all the other ones.
No, it means the tire chassis was off and it was not coming in. But yeah. So I kind of, and then I tried a different body in Q2 just for shits and giggles, and that was fucking wasted effort. And then Q3, I went back to what I had, but just put on another set of used set. Ran used tires all day, never broke out a freshie.
Nice.
So, though somebody there tried to go new tire hero on me on the first qualifier.
I like that.
They tried, and I go out there, and I'm like, what the fuck's this? And they're like, what do you mean? I go, what rims are those? They're all blacked out, blacked out spoked rims. I'm like, what tires are those? He's like, oh, nothing, don't worry about it. I'm like, motherfucker. Tried a new tire hero me. Hadn't run those tires all day. Not even once on his car. And all of a sudden, he's got these tires on the car. I'm like, all right, I see how it is. Blew his shit up lap 3. So I was like, all right.
Okay. All right.
But still so then he ran that second set in round 2, blew his shit up again in lap 3. So qualifier 3, he broke and then got back on the track or something like that. So by all time he was said and done, he had one set that still only had about 20 laps on it. And so in the main,
now you're laughing at him. Is that what a gentleman racer does?
No, it was just funny. It's just you tried a new tire hero me. And I'm like, I thought we were just gentleman racing here. I'm like, I'm not even pulling out new tires. I was just trying to be nice. And so, yeah. But anyway, it was a fun time had by all.
Well, it sounds, at least it was fun by you.
Yeah. I mean,
the guy who blew his shit up 3 times probably didn't think it was fun.
No, you didn't. But he thanked me for coming out, and he appreciated, and he, respected my opinion and everything like that. And so, yeah, it was nice.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Yep. That's what happens.
I have a light now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I got it.
What sort of Rube Goldberg contraption do you have set up over here?
You don't want to know, kid.
I don't.
I mean, I am the master of Rube Goldberg contraptions.
Yeah, I think so.
I love me some Rube Goldberg.
Yeah.
Huh. You ever seen that music video from shit? I can't remember the name. But the whole music video is essentially one continuous shot of a Rube Goldberg machine.
Yeah. Shit falling.
It had the dudes with the treadmills. That they're also that. I can't remember the name of that band. Huh?
That's OK Go.
Yep, that's it. OK Go. They have a whole thing. And they also had one where they were driving a car through the desert and it was hitting things and making the music, the beat.
Do you think it was a continuous shot?
What?
for that OK Go video?
Yeah, it was. They said it was.
You don't think they could have spliced it in? No.
No, they said they did it all. That's why they had all the paint on them at the end. They kept covering the paint because they had gone through it so many times that they kept still getting busted with paint. And so yeah, there was one shot.
All right.
So
very interesting.
I mean, I don't think they would lie to me. I mean,
no, why would anyone on TV or in the music business lie to you?
no, they don't.
Milli Vanilli, they sung all those songs.
Oh, for sure.
Girl, you know it's true.
Speaking of hits,
Yeah.
last Friday,
Vanilla Ice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Montel Jordan.
How was that?
That was nice. It was good.
Yeah. Did they look beat up?
No, Rob Bass looked a little beat up.
Yeah.
But no, Montel Jordan, he's a minister now. He was praying for us and everything.
He should be.
Great. Yeah. And Tone Loc was supposed to be there, but he had some sort of illness, so he couldn't make the show.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was pretty good. And then Ice, he sang some deep cuts,
Okay.
And,
I didn't know there was such a thing as that.
Oh yeah.
This was the other side of the tape.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he has some deep cuts. He also had some. A lot of people don't, but he had like a heavy metal album too.
I don't think anyone ever listened to that, so that's probably why.
I did. It was like he did a heavy metal version of Ice Ice Baby, where he was just Ice Ice Baby, like that kind of thing.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So anyway, it was a good show. They probably played a little longer than what they really needed to. I mean, it was like 11 something, and they were still playing.
You can leave whenever you want.
Oh, we did.
Hey, how's it going? Hope you're doing all right.
Sorry, I was trying to play.
Boys?
I was trying to play. No, it sounds like that. I was trying to play for you, and we'll probably get a copyright problem.
Yeah, we can't do that. Don't play the music. This video will never make the life.
Yeah. Anyway, I wanted to share a new song. All right, you can't play more than that.
Yeah.
All right. If you haven't heard this, you got to check this out. Poppin'.
Who's that?
Richie.
Rico Story?
No, Richie.
Richie Story?
No story.
Oh.
That's just, you got to read the other part of it, not the album cover part. Yeah. So.
New banger?
Yeah. It's good.
All right. Anyway, I'll try to check it out.
Mm-hmm.
So, Wu-Tang is going to be here in a couple weeks.
They're on the I Need Money tour. They're going to be in Seattle in October.
You going?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Mm.
So.
They're playing Tampa here in 2 weeks.
Yeah, they're definitely on the I Need Money tour.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, they're playing a pool party at the casino.
Okay, not bad.
Yeah.
I like it.
But yeah, it was a pretty good show.
Is it Wu-Tang and Nas?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Very good.
Yeah. So, but yeah, after I sung the song, it was kind of like, all right, it's time to go, because he was like so pandering to the crowd, and then he started bringing out the American flags, and it was just
Yeah. You're like, wrap it up.
All right, yeah. It's like, let's go. And so we just decided to get the fuck out of Dodge, and But yeah, it was a good time. Enjoyed it. Rays won that night in a pretty convincing fashion as well. So, but yeah, no, it was fun just to go out. Heroes, the new track prep crew has done a very good job. The added length to the track is nice too. I think
most people prefer the girth, but length can work sometimes.
They already had the girth, right? It was the 60+ foot track. They just needed a little bit more length on her, and they got that. And I think the layout needs a little bit more to be desired. But the fact that you have grip now, your car just doesn't randomly spin out and hit the boards and break.
Well, that sounds positive.
A lot more positive. And we ran some 21. We had 17.5. We had novice VTA, and then we had VTA. And then we had a GT12 class, and I think we had some Formula 1.
So
And
when are you getting your VTA car together?
I'm not. I've already explained this.
I might need to put a VTA car together for Snowbird Nationals to
Okay.
see if I can do the 10-year after repeat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, have fun with that. I mean, what do you want me to do?
It'd be fun. We could be like we could shake
And bake.
and then you're supposed and bake. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm good.
Like, no, I'm good.
Yeah. Like I said, I didn't want to spend. Like someone asked me, "Why don't you run VTA? Like if you're gonna be a gentleman racer?" And I'm like, no, because that's gonna cost me another $300. By the time you buy all this shit, like, I don't
Yeah,
got time
maybe.
for that.
Hard to
But-
say.
I mean, it would have been nice to get out to Flagler because the state race is coming up in October. I would have got some laps in for that, but it's okay.
Yeah.
I figured that I'll be there on a Saturday and a Friday, Saturday and a Sunday, so I should be able to get it figured out. Especially just running 21.5 and 17.5 that weekend.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be a problem. So.
Oh, so there's no more modified racing. Is that what you're
No,
saying?
no, there is. Only at places that deserve to run modified.
Oh.
So
Now, like what would that be? Do you have a short list?
it's a short list. It's probably Nuggets, and it'll be Nuggets, Coral Springs, and Flagler. Not Flagler, but Valkyra.
Okay.
But I'm missing the Valkyra race, so I won't be there for that.
All right.
And then Coral Springs, I don't know. I might miss that because I think that's the same week. If I come out to Bakersfield. Now, if I went out to Bakersfield, yeah, I'm running mod there. So yeah, it's just tracks that have bite and I can actually use the power. I'm going to do it. If not, then no.
Yeah, I think that's not the worst way to think about it.
No, and the weekends that I do run mod, it will just be mod only. It won't be
really?
Yeah, no. And then the weekends that I don't run mod, it will be either 75, 21.5, or both. It just depends.
Okay. We have a question, and I think I need to try to help answer this. I don't know enough about the question, but what I can tell people is, and I don't have any PT oil on my table next to me right now.
Are we running asphalt?
I've only run one weight of oil in an A800RC, and I've never run an 800RA yet. And I've only run 500 weight.
Yep.
PT.
Yep.
Which is like MR33 or Huddy 400. So anyway,
yeah,
I don't think I can help you much more than that. But yeah, there's a lot of things I haven't tried on these cars yet. Even with as much track time as I've had, just because, there's always going to be endless things to try.
Oh, for sure.
You got to like choose your bedfellows at times.
Mm-hmm. No, I understand.
And especially you might be lucky and you have a track that has grip. Maybe you're trying to help people that there are tracks that don't have grip, and then all of a sudden they start running different tires. So, maybe some of that time was just wasted trying to help other people, because you're trying to bootstrap a season on the backside of no one running and blah, blah, blah. And you get burnt out like that, honestly. So,
yeah. Well, good. So, yeah, I did race a little bit. And then this weekend I leave tomorrow morning. And
where are you going?
Fort Worth, Dallas. Pearl Jam,
huh?
2 nights. They canceled their Sunday show in Indianapolis, so I could fly to Dallas tomorrow, and there could be no show. So that is a possibility.
Yeah, that sounds bad.
That would be bad. So, but yeah, so show tomorrow night actually, and then on Friday night, and then fly home Saturday. So.
All right. Well, that's awesome. Have fun. Are you going to get a concert poster?
You know it.
Do you bring a tube?
Yeah.
So you fly there, you're going to have a tube?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you bring the tube to the event?
Yes.
Okay. Is the tube made of cardboard, or is it plastic?
No, it's just a cardboard tube.
Oh, okay.
And now that I think about this, they make them with straps that you can wear them like a bandolier kind of thing.
Yeah.
I should have ordered one of those.
Yeah. You could also put your arrows. They could be your quiver.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, be like Hawkeye.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway.
well, have fun.
Yeah.
Is this the Manglers outing, or are you going solo?
No, we're going
The
to.
Manglers are going. Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
We're not
Manglers are
adopting.
going. That's
We're not
awesome.
adopting that name.
Yes, you are.
No.
Oh,
You have.
Manglers. They're
You
going.
No.
Yeah, you are. It's fine.
Uh,
All right, I get it. And just so you know, I just noticed maybe like 15 minutes ago that the new dishwasher is only 2 stops away.
Oh, 2 stops.
Yeah, 2 stops. So that should mean, the window has another, I don't know, 4 hours in it. So they'll be here in 4 hours. That's what that means.
Yeah.
Anyway, nothing like having to mess with the dishwasher at 7 p.m. at night. That's what I want to do.
Well, I mean, you don't have to put it in right now, do you?
Not really, but I do need to make sure it's all up to snuff and in one piece. So
Yeah. Why are you getting a new dishwasher?
because the old one didn't want to work anymore.
Oh, really?
The old one likes to get water all over the bottom of it.
Ooh.
And so, yeah, that's not good.
Yeah.
And everyone's going to be helpful. They're going to be like, oh, did you check the seals around the door? Yeah, I did that.
You talked to a lot of dishwasher experts out there?
Oh, there's a lot of experts out there in many things. And this thing has been in and out of that cabinet underneath the counter. This is going to be its like 7th time.
Oh, Jesus.
In the last year, so it's not coming back now.
Are you gonna go office space on it outside on the road?
We could actually. That could get a lot of views.
That I'd watch.
All right, that's a great idea.
I know. That's what I'm here for.
All right, I might have to do that.
Yeah.
I might have
office space. Just play. Whatever the song. I won't remember the song we played.
It's from Ghetto Boys.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
So
my motherfucker die. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Or at least that's the main line.
Yeah, it's a classic.
Yeah.
Now, the classic die, motherfucker, die.
Yeah. One of the nice things about going to events like Apex, people do stop by and they say, hey, you know what? I watch your podcast all the time.
Nice.
And that's really nice to hear. And
I get that too.
We
ask if you subscribe. They're like, no.
No. I think I asked that, but I just want to share the page just in case people haven't seen it. We're at RC Track Rats here, and you would be not seeing us unless you could find this probably. But and we are at 281 subscribers, which I feel like is not a bad number. And we have eclipsed that magical 100 videos. So, I'm pretty proud.
Is this 101?
This could be 102 actually. I don't know if they count. I don't know how the algorithm works. I haven't counted all the beans yet.
We've had a couple deleted, so yeah, we're definitely.
Yeah. So, I think we're doing it.
Yeah, we're doing all right.
So.
Okay. Well, we've had some travel things and some schedule things, and we've had to miss a week here and there. So.
Yeah, it happens. It's all right. I'm going to be running a little carpet off-road on Sunday.
Oh, wow.
And I'll be down at PDX Raceway or PDX RC Underground.
Okay.
It's right in the burbs of Portland. Should be great. Hope to see a bunch of folks out there. I got some.
Is that Saturday or Friday?
Sunday.
Sunday.
I got you know what I got here? I got a new Nick Bell.
Oh.
R1 Works motor here.
Good.
And I might have 2 of them. Okay, you got me. I got 2 of them. Anyway, so
I need 6 of those, 3 of these, 4 of those, half a box of
They'll
naked
be
lady
going
tees.
and then we'll be
You get a free
running,
bowl. You get a free bowl of soup with that hat.
maybe, and we'll be running this full height Corsa 6400 5 mil bullet battery shorty,
That's a
and
thickie.
in the 4-wheel, which should be getting dropped off, returned, I'll be running this 5,000 milliamp Corsa, which is a little bit bigger than a traditional.
Why would you run 6,000 in stock?
In 4-wheel, it runs like saddle pack style, so they usually run like a shorty. And so previously, I had been running a 4,000, and this whatchamacallit here, this 5,000, it's only 178 grams. This one is 161 grams, so not that much of a difference. A little more voltage. We'll be going for that. So yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
quick little package update here. So
Is this what you're going to do the cycling for?
well, that, 12 scale, dude. Like I'm getting deep in the 12 scale right now. We're gonna try to overanalyze things.
Okay.
I might pull out the turbo dyno. We might be doing some stuff soon. All right. I don't want to get too crazy, but
If you're pulling out turbo dynos, I think you have.
yeah, I agree. I think I should sell the turbo dyno. Anyone wants to buy a brushless enabled turbo dyno? It'll only be $1,200 because you can't find these things anymore. So hit me up, right? $1,200.
1,200. I think you probably have it sold.
I actually think I could.
Yeah. Don't tempt them. They will.
Yeah. So anyway, people like my laugh. I don't know why. They just like it. Try to chase down EA. That part hurts. The laugh part I like, but the try to chase down EA, that's rough.
Well,
Anyway.
I mean, he's kind of right.
Yeah, dude, it's the truth, man. Truth hurts. I agree.
Just think if those guys ever practiced.
Who?
EA and Kemp.
Yeah.
Every time we talk to them, like, we never practice.
They don't peel stickers off. Shoot, dang, man. I almost peeled the stickers off. You don't peel people's stickers off without practicing.
They said they never practice.
Okay.
That's all I hear.
Sure.
Hey, we never run there. We just
I just have a track. I don't run here.
No.
Shoot,
We
dang,
just playing with slot cars.
Yeah. I don't believe a word coming out of their mouths. Great people. But when they tell you they don't practice, that's bullshit. All right? That is bullshit.
Kemp ain't ran a car in 6 months.
Okay.
That's what they say. I hear it all the time.
Yeah, I believe it.
So, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So carpet off-road, anything Saturday or Friday? No?
Gonna do a little wine tasting down in the Portland area.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. White Oprah's flying in. She's bringing
Okay.
Stedman.
Okay.
We'll do a little wine tasting, and then I'm going to finish it off with a little crying about carpet off-road on Sunday.
So are they going to be around when you're doing this carpet off-road, or are they going to go head back?
Out of there. They're
Okay.
going home.
So you're okay. All right. Fair enough. I didn't know if they're going to be forced to wait through your carpet off-road.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's happening.
Okay. All right. Well, wine tasting. I didn't. Speaking of wine, did you see where in Portugal they had the 600,000 gallons of wine? The container that held this broke open, and literally wine is pouring down the street.
That's fucking alcohol abuse right there.
Oh, it's insane. Like, it is literally a river of wine.
You'd be the only person that knows that.
No, it's just common knowledge. It's current events, kid.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like Jimmy Buffett dying or all that,
Right. Apparently, my car will be pregnant with a 6,400.
Wow, it's aggressive. That's.
I think that is aggressive. We'll see.
But you understand that for him, it doesn't really matter. Like,
what do you mean?
Like, you're not going to tell the difference between the two.
Oh, I can tell the difference between the two.
Yeah. Can you? Really?
When I don't downside that jump, I will know it's because of the big battery.
Where your shit goes like this and fucking nosedives like the Jets.
And then because I'm running a low seat, the thing comes out of the fucking knuckle and the logo's running down. Yes, I will know it's because of that.
Well, so yeah. So what cars are you bringing?
I'm bringing a two-wheel drive, low seat wheel speed buggy.
Okay.
And I will have my four-wheel drive AE buggy returned to me at the range.
Okay. All right. That's good.
Yeah, we'll see.
One will break, and the other one won't.
Yeah, we'll see which one it is. I don't know. I don't know where the parts are for the four-wheel, but it should be fine. It's a fucking tank.
Yeah, those things are pretty good.
Yeah, they're not bad. They just won Worlds, I hear.
Yeah,
all right.
Not bad. You'll be right there with them.
Yeah, yeah. Me and Oregano, we're gonna be like this, fucking.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I just got that straight.
Okay. What was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought. Anyway. All right. That's all I got.
All right. That's all I got too. I gotta get ready. Gotta get ready to put this dishwasher in. Can't wait.
Get your crescent wrench ready. Your metric crescent wrench.
I don't even know what I need, bro. We'll figure it out.
Did you get hoses?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't have them yet, but it's coming.
You got new hoses with the unit.
Mhm.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
As long as you replace the hoses, you'll be all right.
Yeah, I'm gonna dismantle the old stuff with like a knife. It's gonna be really good.
Well, I don't think you really need to do that. I think you can just unscrew it.
It's fun though.
You don't have to get aggressive like that.
I want to be aggressive.
Because then you're just getting water everywhere.
No.
You're gonna turn your kitchen into a slip and slide.
Well, maybe. Who knows? I am savage. We'll
Do
find
you
out.
even know where to turn the water off at?
Yeah.
Have you got this far?
Yeah.
Huh?
It's underneath the sink.
Oh, it's right there with it.
Mhm.
All right. Ever have one of those go bad on you?
No.
Oh, not fun.
No.
Not fun.
I haven't had that experience.
Yeah.
But thanks for putting that through my head.
Good luck.
I'm really excited about that opportunity.
Well, you have your house is rather fresh and
Yeah, it's not that old.
Yeah, recently redone, so you should be
Not
okay.
redone. It was like built in 2015. So
Okay, all right. But yeah, but some of those like like the it looks like the football shaped ones.
yeah, you try to turn a knob and it breaks off in your hand. I get it.
Are like 40 years old. Yeah, it's
Yeah. You're hitting it with like fucking WD-40 as you turn it. Yeah. I understand.
Yeah, never fun. So,
All right. Well,
anyway.
I'm wishing the Manglers the best of fun on their Eddie Vedder World Tour.
Pearl Jam. Eddie Vedder's coming to you. He's going to do 2 intimate solo shows.
Okay.
You should check him out.
Yeah. And I have a dog sitting here patiently waiting without barking,
That's nice.
looking for dinner.
That's really random for that dog.
Yeah. Apparently, I was, chatting with the wife, and while I was gone, she got a dog trainer, and there was one session done so far to get him to bark less, and it's almost working. It's almost working.
Almost being the key term.
Well, like I see improvement.
In one day?
Well, it started Friday.
Okay.
Unbeknownst to me, I found out about it on Sunday. I saw a little bit of the at-home training. I am not training certified yet. That's going to happen in next Friday, not this Friday, next Friday. And I'll be training certified for this too.
Oh, okay.
But what I can tell you is this little guy normally in the morning or in the evening for dinner, right? Dinner. He would lose his fucking shit.
Yeah.
Bark, 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 bark. Attack Rosie, whatever. Go nuts. He's not doing that. He's a calm little dog.
What is this, shock therapy or what kind of?
It's through the power of treats and
Through
using
the power of treats?
Yeah, and using some
So
words.
he's full.
No, he's not full. That is he could be full. You actually could be right on that. Because if his treat intake from Friday to now has gone up exponentially. He could just be full. You're correct.
Yeah.
You might be right on that one.
When you're full, you don't bark as much.
Are you full? He might be full. I don't know.
I mean, it's not. They don't. These little dogs don't take a lot of treats.
Yeah, maybe. You could be right, Mangler. Let's put it this way. I hope you're not right.
Because you probably paid a lot of money just to give your dog a lot of treats.
I don't know. I don't know anything about that. I was busy. Busy racing scale automotive cars.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is that the new phrase?
No, I just.
You're a scale automotivist?
Yeah, that's what I am. Yeah.
A scale racer?
Yeah. But, I'm going to put it this way. I think we're all saved by the bell right now. I got to go take this little guy downstairs because he's been so good and get him something to eat.
All right. Well, you do that. Thanks, everyone. Please like, subscribe, share.
Yeah.
If you have not already, tell your friends.
Yeah. We're here most of the time.
Yeah.
And
we're kind of entertaining.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll have our media people reach out to Oregano and see if he wants to come on for an interview.
Nice. Yeah. All right. Sounds good.
Maybe we'll get Clayton to come on.
Watches. I know he does.
Yeah. Maybe we'll get Clayton to come on instead. He can just tell us, what happened.
Okay.
He can give us a real scoop.
Oh yeah.
So
share the dirt.
Yeah. So all right. Well, and anyway, best of luck to everyone else at that little IFMAR thing. Try to be the best you can be, and just remember, it's some of the announcers think you might win $80,000. I think you would be lucky to get 10, maybe 20 if you're really you got a good endorsement. So
right.
Good luck getting your $20,000 or $80,000 this weekend.
All right.
Okay? Good luck, everybody.
Have fun.
Yeah. Bye.